Good morning. Let's see the next problem. From the following data, prepares stores ledger account under FIFO method. This is question paper problem. Question paper 2017, 14 marks question. They have given the following information. Stock on March 1st, 2015, that is 15,000 units at rupees 20 per unit. And they have given purchases related information. It means on these dates, the number of units to be purchased and the rate per unit. So on March 2nd, we are purchasing 16,000 units at rupees 19. March 4th, we are purchasing 13,000 units at rupees 21. March 8th, we are purchasing 20,000 units at rupees 22.5. March 24th, we are purchasing 40,000 units at rupees 24. And March 25th, we are purchasing 30,000 units at rupees 25. Like that, they have given issues on these dates. The company is issuing the materials to the production department. March 5th, we are issuing 13,600 units. March 7th, we are issuing 7,000 units. March 15th, we are issuing 17,200 units. March 18th, 4,900 units. March 22nd, 15,100 units. March 28th, 45,000 units. On 31st March 2015, the stock checking revealed a shortage of 600 units. Now, see, first you need to order the dates because the dates are not in a chronological order. So first order the dates. The first is opening balance, March 1st, March 2nd purchase, March 4th purchase. Next is March 5th issue, March 7th issue, March 8th purchase, March 15th issue, March 18th issue, March 22nd issue, March 24th purchase, March 25th purchase, March 28th issue, and finally the March 31st we are having shortage units. So let's consider the transaction and prepare FIFO ledger account. So this is the format of FIFO ledger account, that is date, receipts, issues, and the balance. So if you are having opening balance, that should be entered in the balance column. So stock on March 1st, 2015, we are having 15,000 units at rupees 20 per unit. So this should be recorded in the balance column. The date will be March 1st. Quantity will be 15,000. The rate will be 20. So if you multiply quantity into rate, you will get the amount. 15,000 units into 20 rupees, you will get the value as 3 lakh. The next transaction is March 2nd, we are purchasing 16,000 units at rupees 19. So record this transaction. The date will be March 2nd. Purchases will be considered as a receipts. So receipts units will be 16,000 units. The rate will be 90. So if you multiply 16,000 into 90, you will get 3,04,000. So still we are having the opening balance units of 15,000 at rupees 20. The total value will be 3 lakh. And the new purchase, that is 16,000 units at rupees 90. The total value will be 3,04,000. The next transaction is March 4th, we are purchasing 13,000 units at rupees 21. March 4th, write the date. Purchasing means receipts. We will consider purchased units as a receipts. Number of units will be 13,000. The rate will be 21. If you multiply 13,000 into 21, you will get the value as 2,73,000. So see the balance. Still we are having opening balance of 15,000 units at rupees 20. The total value will be 3 lakh. The first purchased units of 16,000 units at rupees 19. The total value will be 3,04,000. And the new purchase, that is 13,000 units at rupees 21. The total value will be 2,73,000. And the next transaction is March 5th, we are issuing 13,600 units. So March 5th, we are issuing 13,600 units. Now, how you will issue 13,600 units at what price? See the first balance prevailing in the balance column. So we can issue all the 13,600 units from the first balance, that is out of 15,000. So if you issue 13,600, what is the price of first balance? So at that price you have to issue. The price will be 20. So 13,600 into 20, you will get 2,72,000. Out of 15,000, if you issued 13,600 units, the remaining balance will be 1,400 units at rupees 20. So if you multiply 1,400 into 20, you will get 28,000. Still we are having 16,000 units at rupees 19, total of 3,04,000, and 13,000 units at rupees 21, total of 2,73,000. The next transaction is March 7th. We are once again issuing 7,000 units to the production department. March 7th, we are issuing 7,000 units. So at what price you will issue? See the balance column. We are having 1,400 units. The first balance of 20 rupees. So first you will issue this 1,400 units at rupees 20. The value will be 28,000. Still, I want 5,600 units to be issued to the production department. That will be considered from the next balance prevailing in the balance column, because all the units under this will be over. So you will consider the next balance. So out of 16,000, the required issuing units will be 5,600. So you will consider 19 rupees. 5,600 into 19, you will get 1,06,400. So out of 16,000, if you deduct 5,600, still you are having the balance units of 10,400 units at rupees 90. You will get 1,97,600, and still 13,000 units there in the balance. So 13,000 units at rupees 21, the total value will be 2,73,000. The 1,400 units at rupees 20, we have issued fully, completely all the units under this. Still, now we are having only the 16,000 units and 13,000 units. Out of 16,000 units, we have already issued 5,600. The remaining quantity will be 10,400 units. The next transaction is March 8th. We are receiving, or we are purchasing 20,000 units at rupees 22.5. So record this transaction. March 8th, the receipts will be, we are receiving 20,000 units at rupees 22.5. If you multiply 20,000 into 22.5, you will get 4,50,000. So see the balance column. Still we are having 10,400 units at rupees 19. So if you multiply these two, you will get 1,97,600. Still we are having 13,000 units of rupees 21. So if you multiply these two, you will get 2,73,000. And the new purchase, that is 20,000 units at rupees 22.5. The total value you will get 4,50,000. Then the next transaction is March 15th. March 15th, we are issuing 17,200 units. So at what price you will consider this? March 15th, we are issuing 17,200. So how you will issue? See the first balance prevailing in the balance column. So you will first issue 10,400 units. So 10,400 units at what price? At rupees 19. If you multiply these two, you will get 1,97,600. 10,400 into 19, you will get 1,97,600. So we have completely issued this batch of units. Still, I want 6,800 units to be issued. That will be considered from the next batch. So out of 13,000, you will issue the required issue quantity of 6,800. What will be the price of 13,000 units? 21. That price will be considered. So 6,800 into 21, you will get 1,42,800. So 10,400 units completely issued. Then out of 13,000, you have issued 6,800. The remaining balance will be 6,200 at the rate of 21. If you multiply 6,200 into 21, you will get 1,30,200, and still we are having the 20,000 units at rupees 22.5. The total value will be 4,50,000. The next transaction is March 18th. Once again, we are issuing 4,900 units. So March 18th, we are issuing 4,900 units. See the balance column. What is the first balance we are having under the balance column? 6,200. So we can issue full units of 4,900 units from the 6,200 units. So the price will be 21. 4,900 into 21, you will get 1,02,900. So out of 6,200, if you issued 4,900 units, the remaining balance will be 1,300 units at rupees 21. So if you multiply these two, 1,300 into 21, you will get 27,300. Then still we are having the balance of 20,000 units at rupees 22.5. 20,000 into 22.5, you will get the total value as 4,50,000. The next transaction is March 22nd. Once again, we are issuing 15,100 units. So March 22nd, we are issuing 15,100 units. Now see the balance. First balance quantity will be there in the balance column will be 1,300 units. So first issue this 1,300 units at rupees 21. So the total value will be 1,300 into 21, you will get 27,300. So out of 15,100, you issued 1,300. Still I want 13,800 units to issue to the production department. So after completion of this, you will move on to the next issue, the next batch of units, that is 20,000 units. Out of 20,000, I need only 13,800 units. The price will be 22.5. So 13,800 into 22.5, if you multiply these two, 13,800 into 22.5, you will get 3,10,500. So out of 20,000 units, if you issued 13,800 units, the remaining balance quantity will be 6,200 units at rupees 22.5. So the total value will be 1,39,500. The next transaction is March 24th. We are purchasing 40,000 units at rupees 24. March 24th, we are purchasing. Purchases will be considered as a receipts. So March 24th, the number of units receiving is 40,000 units. The rate will be 24. So if you multiply 40,000 into 24, you will get the value as 9,60,000. So still we are having the balance of 6,200 units at the rate of 22.5. The value will be 1,39,500, and the new purchase 40,000 units at 24 rupees. So you will get the total value 40,000 into 24. You will get the total value as 9,60,000. The next transaction is March 25th. Once again, we are making purchases of 30,000 units at rupees 25. March 25th, purchases will be considered as a receipts. The number of units will be 30,000 units at rupees 25. The total value will be 7,50,000 units. So still we are having the balance of 6,200 units at rupees 22.5. The total value will be 1,39,500, and 40,000 units at rupees 24. The total value will be 9,60,000, and 30,000 units at rupees 25. The total value will be 7,50,000. And the next transaction is March 28th. We are issuing 45,000 units. So March 28th, issue of 45,000 units. How you will issue? See the balance in the balance column. First you will issue 6,200 units at 22.5. So 6,200 units at 22.5, you will get 1,39,500. So still I want 38,800 units to issue. So 6,200 units completely got over. If you want any required quantity to be issued, you will consider the next batch of units. So you will consider 40,000 units. Out of 40,000 units, we need only 38,800 units. What is the price of 40,000 units? 24. That will be considered. So 38,800 units at rupees 24, you will get 9,31,200. So 6,200 units completely issued. Out of 40,000 units, we have issued already 38,800 units. The remaining balance is 1,200 units. The price will be 24. So 1,200 into 24, you will get 28,800. Still, you are having 30,000 units at rupees 25. The total value will be 7,50,000. Then the last transaction, that is on 31st, the stock verification is revealing a shortage of 600 units. So shortages and losses will be considered as an issue only. If you're having shortage of units, you will issue the required quantity. So shortage value will be 600 units. At what price you will consider? See the first balance prevailing, that is out of 1,200 units, you will issue 600 units at rupees 24. 600 units into 24, you will get 14,400. So out of 1,200, you have already issued 600 units. The value will be remaining value, or the remaining quantity will be 600 units at rupees 24. You will get 14,400. Still, we are having 30,000 units at rupees 25. The total value will be 7,50,000. So the closing stock or balance of stock will be 600 units of at rupees 24. The total value will be 14,400, and 30,000 units of at rupees 25. You will get total value as 7,50,000. Thank you.